are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off the play fake, Mon. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mon now off of play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll go with a keeper, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up for I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. Johnson, no gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Now a play fake, Brady. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Brady now to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Gary and Conlon. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Stop your whining. No, check that.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They go play action here. Mon. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 6-0 our score after 1.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And past him and into space. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Brady now on first down.
That's complete to Tony.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's a 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Brady going to throw.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catches.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Gano the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mon slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mon. He'll air this one out from Mims.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
On 1st down, here's Mon. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Giants' 25-yard line.
From the 25 on 2nd down.
Mon.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 8. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Mond. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got some space here.
Can't be denied, boy.
Touchdown, Giants.
Boy, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. As Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I got him. There go Mike 20, Mike 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That is caught by Mims. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Mond looks to throw on first down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. The final shot before half for Brady. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This field right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Now Mond.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mond looks to throw. Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
To Terry McLaurin. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd and inches, Mond. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's 3rd down and 6.
From the gun, here's Mon.
He's got it. Able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
A very important version right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
But on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Brady.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Bond out of the shotgun.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Julian Love. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Gano's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bond. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
That's another Washington first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brady to throw. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Mond.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.